airport.
Hello, welcome to Tortilla Talk Tuesday. We are in the airport. This video will not be very edited because we are in an airport. But I'm still going to answer all of your burning questions from the comment section. We're traveling home, finally. We spent the last 5 days, 4 days,
Nope, 5.
Oh, it was 5. In Connecticut, visiting Eric's family. Eric was honored. We went and spoke at his high school.
And now we're going back home today.
We are going back home today, and we're going to go see the twins, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to answer some of your guys' questions that you've asked.
So what are they?
You know what, first of all, Flynn was a little disappointed in my video that I posted yesterday because I didn't know all the names of all the animals at the aquarium. So do you want to say what they are, since I don't know? Like, what's this?
That's a sea lion. That's a cow nose ray.
Yeah, I kept saying it was a stingray.
Oh, but I call them stingrays for short.
But they're actually cow nose.
Yeah.
So what's that?
Upside down jellyfish. Moon jelly.
Moon jelly. So you got
Me petting moon jellies.
Yeah, you got to pet the moon jellies. What did it feel like?
It felt like a stingray. Because I once caught a bat ray, and it felt exactly like the jellyfish. The same hardness. It wasn't squishy how you're thinking, what it feels like and stuff. It's very harder than you think. Slimier. Kind of like an octopus. Trumpetfish.
Oh, I said that was a pipefish. It's not a pipefish?
Oh, yeah, it is a pipefish.
Oh, it's a pipefish. Okay.
I got confused. There's the sturgeon.
Sturgeon
and rainbow trout.
And then you got to touch the sturgeons.
Yeah, I got to touch the sturgeons too. Flounder, the big flounder. Sand tiger shark. Oh, there's the blue lobster, very rare. Giant fish, I have no idea. Horseshoe crab.
Here, hold on, I'm going to look up what that fish is.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Some sort of rockfish?
I think it's a lumpfish.
Lumpfish.
Now,
And you thought that was a blue crab, but it's a green crab.
I'm sorry.
And then you had no idea what that crab is, but it's a Dungeness crab.
I'm sorry.
Might be a grouper. There's little minnows. Oh, and a little porcupine puffer. Giant moray eel. Clown triggerfish. You forgot it. Lionfish.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know these.
That's a crocodile. Your favorite was the jellyfish, which is this.
What kind is that? Do you know? Like a lion something?
Lion's mane jellyfish?
Is that what it is?
No, it's not. That's a sea nettle. Because lion's mane are way bigger than that. Why are you thinking that a lion's mane jellyfish can be in a tank the same size as a lion's mane jellyfish?
Sorry, I'm so embarrassing. All right, well, thank you for helping me. Anyway, we're headed home, and I'll answer your questions. Maybe
This guy said that there were cuttlefish at the aquarium, so I went to the aquarium, which you just saw. As soon as I saw the other kids feeding stingrays, I was like, I do not want to do that. Then Dad was like, Flynn, look, we're going to feed stingrays. And I was like, okay, over my fear. I fed stingrays.
You were so brave.
I was.
All right, see you on the planes.
Bye.
Here I am on flight number 1. Flight number 1, it's almost over. Thank the Lord. Oh my goodness, we just got off the first flight. We have a layover in Denver, but just like that whole flight, all of a sudden my nose just started running. Maybe I'm having an allergy attack. I could be allergic to someone on the plane. I don't want to be around all these people and be inconsiderate and not be wearing a mask. So I need to go find a mask. We just got here. I literally feel like my eyes are going to swell shut and my nose, I can't breathe. This is not good at all. But hopefully I'll be able to answer your questions on the next flight. The last flight was long and it was hard. I wasn't sitting with Eric. I was just sitting with Flynn. So it was a little bit more difficult to try to get any work done or anything like that. So hopefully on this next flight, I'll be able to do some stuff. Flynn is obsessed with his little stingrays. It's his new almost favorite. His favorite is cuttlefish, but now he says he likes stingrays too. Oh my God, you guys. This feels exactly like the really, really horrible allergy attacks that I would get when I was pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant. Don't even say that, you weirdos. It's not possible. It's the only thing I can compare this to. It's like it feels like a crazy allergy attack. Like my eyes are itchy. My whole face is itchy. It feels like I want to rip off my own face. I've been like this for a couple hours now, and this is how I used to feel when I was pregnant. But anyway, let's get to your questions. Emily said, Tortilla Talk question. Hi, Colleen. Do you know what you are being for Halloween? I saw Target has a Lisa Frank costume, and I thought of you. I don't know what I'm going to be for Halloween yet. The kids know what they're going to be. I have a couple ideas, but I don't have a costume yet. And a Lisa Frank costume sounds amazing. So thank you for the suggestion. Candor said, said, what's your Taco Bell order? I love a simple question like this. I do get the same thing every time I get Taco Bell. I get a meat and cheese burrito with no onions, a regular crunchy taco, a beef chalupa supreme, and cinnamon twists. Sometimes I'll get one more thing, but that's usually my order. Gemma said, Tortilla Talk Question, it's almost Halloween, which means it's basically Christmas. I agree. And I was wondering if you have thought about advent calendars for this year. What do you think Flynn and the twins will want? What about you and Eric and your nanny? Are you going to make advent calendars this year or buy them or both? I can't wait for advent time. So excited to get into the Christmas spirit. I'm so excited for Christmas too. I have not bought advent calendars yet, but I need to start thinking about that. Wesley's probably going to want the same monster truck one that he got last year. Maisie's going to want something to do with dolls or cats. And Flynn's going to want one that has to do with sea creatures. I might be making advent calendars, you guys. Uh-oh. Eminator1 said, Tortilla Talk Question, do you still flip off random inanimate objects? That was one of the funniest things to me from one of your vlogs last year. Absolutely, I do. And it's one of those things that makes me feel like I'm like a fake person. Like I'm not my true self online. I mean, I totally am. The only thing that's different about me online and me in real life is that I do cuss a lot more in real life. I do cuss a little. And I do flip off random inanimate objects for no reason. Not out of anger, not out of frustration. Like literally just walk past something and just like do it. Try not to be too crass or inappropriate in my vlogs. I want it to be more of a safe space. I mean, obviously I do talk about mature stuff sometimes, but like I'm not gonna go around like just flipping everything off while I'm vlogging. So I don't know, does that make me a fake person? That's not the real me. Am I not being authentic? But my main thing I do is when I sneeze, as I'm prepping for the sneeze, I like flip my hands around, and then once I finally do the release, the fingers come up. Like it's like a chew, and like the fingers go up on the chew. Don't ask. I don't know why, but I do it every time. Okay, a lot of people ask this. Lucy wants to know, hi Colleen, did you watch the SNL episode with Ari hosting this past weekend? She's the best, and so are you. Love your vlogs. Thank you so much. So many people wanted to know, and of course I watched Ari and her SNL performance, and of course I thought it was absolutely incredible. I love her. I think she's so talented, and I think she is so freaking funny. Yes, I loved it, and I thought it was so funny and amazing, and I just adore her. I can't wait for the Wicked movie. Jay said, what are all the kids' favorite colors at the moment? I know kids change it like every day. Okay, Maisie's is pink. I think Flynn's is blue. What's your favorite color right now?
Huh?
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Yeah, it's blue. And then Wesley's is purple, actually. Okay, this one was fascinating to me. Alicia said, as a left-hander, I noticed that Wesley was using his left hand to paint for a bit. Is he ambidextrous? I did not notice that, and I thought all my kids were right-handed because they all primarily use their right hand for everything. But Eric is ambidextrous. He's not fully ambidextrous because I think that means that you can use both sides like interchangeably, and he can't do that, but he writes with his left hand, but then like certain sports he does with his right hand, like he bats with his right hand or something and golfs with his right. I don't know. I don't remember which things, but he does write with his left hand. So I'm curious now to go and investigate that because I thought all my kids were right-handed. Leela Mendelson said, Colleen, why don't you say octopi, which is the plural of octopus? Ha 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 ha. Actually, I looked this up and the plural of octopus is octopuses. It is not octopi. Google it, girl. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Oh no. Okay. Chrissy said, all I'm saying is if we don't finally get the Sonic episode for the podcast, I'm going to cry because we were just in Connecticut and there's a Sonic in Connecticut, and Eric and I have been talking about going to a Sonic in our podcast for literally weeks, and we haven't done it because there aren't any Sonics near us and I've never been to one. And everyone is talking about how you need to go to Sonic because we're in Connecticut, and I am going to disappoint everyone so hardcore. We did not go to Sonic, you guys. We talked about it, but we didn't want to. I'm sorry. It just didn't sound appetizing ever. Like we didn't, I know we should have gone. I know we should have gone. And we will go to Sonic someday, but like it just wasn't on the ticket for this time around. Like it wasn't on the schedule. We had so much to do and it just wasn't the time. Samantha said, Colleen, could we get a chicken update when you get home? I can't remember the last time we saw the little gals and I'm just curious to see how they're doing. Love you and your videos. I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like at least once a week I go like, oh, I should go out and show the chickens. And then I never actually do it. But it's usually a little chaotic when we go out. Like a lot of times Eric will be the one to go out and he'll take all the kids and they all go out and feed the chickens and play with them and get the eggs and blah, blah, blah. So I don't go out as often as Eric does, but when I do, it's stressful because I have all the kids. I'm trying not to let the chickens out. I'm trying to wash the chickens, but trying to clean up chicken poo. I'm trying not to get chicken poo on me or the children. I'm trying to collect eggs, and the kids want to hold the eggs, but I don't want them to drop the eggs, and I want to feed the chickens, and they're freaking out. So it's usually a little chaotic. The girlies are good. They're cute. They're lovely. They're fluffy. They're cute little chickie dickies. Well, not chickie dickies. They don't have those. They're just chickies, but they're cute, and I love them. Sarah said, Tortilla Talk question, my boyfriend and I often talk about what kind of people we were like back in high school and whether or not we would have been interested in each other or even be friends. Do you think if you and Eric had gone to the same school that you would have still ended up together? Anyway, you're one step closer to Flynn seeing a cuttlefish. Good luck. Eric and I have talked about this before. He thinks that we would have. I do not think that we would have been together in high school. I think that we would have ended up together. I think that we're supposed to be together, and so of course we would have ended up together some way, somehow. Both wish we had ended up together sooner. Like, that was something we used to say all the time in the beginning of our relationship. It was like, oh my God, how much time we wasted when we could have been together. Like, this is so sad. Like, I feel like I wasted so many years when I could have been with you. But the people that we were in high school is very different than the people we are now. And also, like, I was like a really shy theater kid. I didn't have any boyfriends ever, and he had like lots of girlfriends, and he was like, you know, a kid getting into things that kids get into in high school typically. Like, he was partying, and don't tell anyone I told you this, but he was like drinking and things. So I don't think we would have been in the same crowds. Even if he were to do theater, I don't think that like we would have hung out really. I don't think so, but he thinks so. We've talked about this, and he thinks that he would have asked me out and that we would have dated. Oh Fire 03 said, Tortilla Talk question, would you ever consider moving to Connecticut or close by? Do you think the lifestyle there would be better for you guys as a family and individuals? I got this question so much on my last vlog. So many people were asking if we would move to Connecticut, if I would consider moving to Connecticut, if we're ever moving to Connecticut. That is not the plan, but you never know. You never say never. I love Connecticut. I love that Eric's from Connecticut. I love that his family is in Connecticut so that we can go visit Connecticut. But I am a California girly through and through. I love the weather, that it just kind of stays around 70 degrees all year long. I love living by the beach, but most importantly, like, Eric and I are in the industry, and so like we need to be close to LA. I don't do well with humid summers. I don't do well with bugs. I don't do well with the cold. I guess you could say I'm a high maintenance weather girly, but if we ever needed to move there as a family, I would move. It's certainly not a hard no, like, never say never. But as of right now, I don't see a world in which we would move to Connecticut, but you never know, maybe we're moving. Sarah said, Tortilla Talk question, how do you calm down during your meltdowns? I have trouble with that. I cry until it just stops, but sometimes I have to go back to work or whatever I need to do, and I can't. Everyone is different, so everyone needs something different. Some people need like quiet time and space. Some people need to journal. Some people need to meditate. I don't know. Everyone needs something different. I usually need to talk it out, whether that's out loud to a camera, out loud to myself, out loud to a friend, to my husband. I just need to talk it out. I need to get it out. I'm not the type that can just journal about it and I'm fine. I'm not the type that can just think about it in my head and I'm fine. Like, I have to get it out of my body. And I usually feel better once I've talked about things. And if I still don't feel better, then I try to do something that I know makes me feel happy and calm, like try to find time to go to the beach and look for rocks or do a craft or cook something or bake something, etc., etc. All right, that's all I'm going to answer because I'm literally not surviving. And I don't have any allergy medication with me. Like, I'm desperate to just take allergy medication. I feel like it would clear it up immediately. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, goodbye.